Oh, hi there, and welcome to a Halloween edition of the One of Swords TV show. Hi, I'm Dan Amrick. I'm One of Swords and a community manager and part-time Jedi here at Activision. If you have a question for me about Activision or games or Activision games, send it to YouTube at oneofswords.com. I will do my best to try to answer it. This week's question comes from Brandon Butler, and he says, "Hi Dan, I know you've written a book on how to get a career in gaming." Boy, I wish I had that prop right here right now. But I want to ask this question because I feel you'd be the right person to ask. I'm a forum moderator over at Utechnics, where I'm currently moderating the NASCAR The Game forums. It's definitely been great, and it could very well be something I'd like to do as a potential job in the future when I graduate from college. What does it take in terms of experience and other skills necessary in order to become a community manager like yourself? If you could answer this question, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. I will try, Brandon, because, there's no one set path to get a job like this. As you can imagine, it's sort of a new position that a lot of places don't have strictly regimented job descriptions of exactly what you'll do. Actually, the fact that you say that you're already a forum moderator is, to me, the very first thing and best thing that you can do if you want to get a job in community management. A lot of times I have seen people pull community managers' full-time positions simply from the most enthusiastic and helpful people in the community. So if you're already a forum mod, that means they already have a certain amount of trust that you know how to run this community and sort of steer it in the right direction. So that's number one. I think that to a certain extent you're already doing a lot of what you would do. From here, start thinking about how you would grow the community, because if you go full-time at a developer or a publisher or something, they want to know what you can do to build on what they've already got. Just saying I'm good on Twitter, or I'm very used, I spend a lot of time on Facebook, or I'm currently a forum mod. Those are good building blocks, but that's not the job. The job is much more about communication, not only with the community, but with your employer, because your employer has things that they want you to convey to the community as much as your responsibility is to take what the community says and convey it back to your employer. So think about sort of the larger picture. Think about the ecosystem that you want to build. If you've got the forum, that's one aspect of it. What are you going to do around, say, events of E3? What can you do for the community in that regard? What would you do around PAX? Would you want to attend PAX? Do you think it's appropriate for your developer to attend PAX? Could you do a panel? Could you do a meet and greet? Can you do some sort of special giveaway through Twitter or Facebook or your forums? How can you enhance the forums better than they already are so that people feel like they're rewarded for being part of your community? These are the kind of things that you would need to... They're going to want to hear big ideas, even if they do cost money, because obviously a lot of people don't want to hear ideas that cost money. But think along those terms. Think in terms of what can I do more? How can I make this community better, rather than how can I simply maintain what I've got? After that, I think that it's a certain amount of, hey guys, I've noticed that the community is growing. Would you consider taking me on full time? Do you see that? Would you think that you would have room for a full-time community manager? Because here's what I'd like to do for you. I think a certain amount of it is you would have to pitch yourself. If they're looking, then they're going to look for the best examples in their community already. And again, some people have gotten their CM jobs that way simply by being very helpful members of the community, and then they get approached like, hey man, what do you think? We like what you're doing. We'd like you to do it more. If you want to actively ask somebody for a CM position, again, come loaded for bear. Be ready to say how you're going to make it better. Again, I can't give you a lot of this is the surefire way, because remember, my position was very weird. I was contacted by Activision as somebody. They said, would you be interested in a role like this? And then I went through a 4-month interview process. So, there's no one way. And certainly what happened to me, mine was based on my years as a media guy. So I was a known quantity for that. So keep it up in the forums. Keep being a very positive force, one that keeps the discussion on track, and one that sort of is a calming sense, a sort of Jedi-like calm even, in your community. And that's probably the best way to get yourself noticed, to put you on the path further on. If you have a question about stuff and you think that I can answer it, go ahead and send it to YouTube at oneofswords.com. I'll be happy to give it a shot. And in the meantime, check out everything over at oneofswords.com. I have podcasts and I have giveaways and all kinds of stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.